In this video, we're going to cover contact information and portfolio. So we're still using Alan's resume. Thank you, Alan. Alan's been featured in a number of recent videos. This is the last video for now that's going to be showcasing Alan's resume, but thank you again, Alan, for letting me use it. Let's jump down to the contact information section. So under contact information, I like to have the contact information in the bottom left-hand corner. I like to separate the different lines with a one letter, sort of like a category or summary. This is the type of thing you'd see on a business card. So T for Twitter, L for LinkedIn. Whenever I showcase a video on the channel, I remove some of the contact information, so address, phone number, email. But you could have A for address, you could have P for phone, E for email, W for web, if you have a website. One thing I will mention is while that's easy to digest, so you can have like your address on one line with an A, your E for your email, and then you have your email on one line. Just be careful about what acronym you're potentially spelling out, or what word you're spelling out. Just be a little bit careful about that. You might want to rearrange your contact information or use a different letter if you're spelling a word that you don't want to have in your resume. Just something to keep in mind. But let's say when it comes to a portfolio, let's say that you have a website that contains a variety of work that you've created. Now that might make sense to have in your contact information for a W for web and have that website. But what you can also do is create a separate section on your resume for portfolio, or you can have maybe other. Probably portfolio probably makes the most sense. By having a portfolio section, you can list a variety of things. This could be, if you're doing coding, it could be your GitHub or your GitLab. It could be your Tableau Public profile. If you're a graphic design artist, it could be your collection of work that you've created. Whatever it is, having a portfolio section will help with that. What you can also do is if you have some kind of interesting things that you've done that you're proud of, or just interesting talking points, this is another way that you can tuck those into your resume in a fairly non-intrusive way. So for example, I wrote a book recently in the past couple of years and I published it. And so that's something that I have on my resume in one of these sections, in addition to the other more traditional things like my GitHub and my Tableau Public and all that. So if you have something that you're proud of, maybe you won a rock climbing contest, or maybe you won a cooking show, or maybe you have a successful business selling salsa, whatever it is. This is something that you might want to showcase in a portfolio that isn't necessarily something that's going to be applicable to your next job, but it is something that could be an interesting talking point, and it also shows that you have these really interesting, well-rounded skills outside of work. One last thing before we move on, if you have a LinkedIn, which I recommend you do have a LinkedIn, make sure to get a vanity URL. A vanity URL makes it so that you can just say linkedin.com/in/ and then you have your vanity URL here. It makes it really easy to put this on a resume or business card. If you don't have this, it's not as easy to put on the resume. So I recommend that, and you can look up on Google how to do that. Alan is one of a handful of people who have taken me up on the free resume help and career coaching that I've been offering recently. If you need help with your resume, or if you're looking for career coaching, feel free to leave a comment on this video and I'll follow up. This resume was used in this video with Alan's permission. Thank you, Alan. This is the last of the series of videos, at least for now, that are going to be using Alan's resume. After this, we're going to be going into specific examples using a variety of resumes. But thank you, Alan, for letting me use your resume here. New videos are going to be every Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.